Robert, a 68-year-old retired electrician from Texas, used to dread the sound of his alarm clock. Not because he disliked starting the day, but because the simple act of sitting up in bed felt like wrestling with concrete. His lower back screamed, his knees felt locked in place, and his shoulders, they might as well have been frozen solid. He used to tell his wife Linda that it took him nearly half an hour just to shuffle from the bedroom to the kitchen. But privately, Robert was terrified. Terrified that this was his new reality, that aging meant accepting pain as a permanent companion. Here is a startling fact that might surprise you. According to Harvard Health Publishing, over 75% of adults aged 60 and older experience some form of joint stiffness or muscle discomfort within the first hour of waking up. Have you ever wondered why your body feels like it has been hit by a truck every morning, even after a full night of sleep? Welcome to Senior Health Facts, your trusted home for senior health wisdom that actually works. If living each day with less pain and more freedom matters to you, hit that subscribe button right now. Your future self will thank you. Morning stiffness is not just an inconvenience. It is often the first warning sign that your body is struggling to maintain the flexibility and mobility you have relied on your entire life. But why does this happen to so many of us as we age? The science is actually quite fascinating. As we get older, our muscles naturally lose what is called elasticity. Think of it like a rubber band that has been left in the sun too long. Our joints also produce less synovial fluid, which is essentially the oil that keeps our body's hinges moving smoothly. Add to this the fact that we have been lying still for 6 to 8 hours and our circulation slows down significantly overnight. It is what researchers sometimes call morning immobility syndrome. According to the National Institute on Aging's 2023 research, nearly 40% of adults over 60 report that morning stiffness directly impacts their ability to complete basic daily activities like getting dressed, preparing breakfast, or even walking to the mailbox. Think of your body like a classic car that has been sitting in the garage all winter. The engine is cold, the oil has settled, and everything feels stiff and resistant until you warm it up properly. The good news: with just 8 to 10 minutes of gentle, purposeful movement each morning, you can essentially warm up your engine, restore circulation to your joints, and start your day feeling decades younger than your chronological age. This is not about becoming a fitness enthusiast overnight. It is about reclaiming the comfort and confidence in your own body that you deserve. Before we explore the 5 life-changing stretches that have helped thousands of seniors transform their mornings, let us talk about the common mistakes that can actually make stiffness worse, or even lead to injury. The first mistake is springing out of bed like you are 25. When you have been horizontal for 8 hours, your blood pressure is lower, your balance systems are not fully activated, and your reflexes are still waking up. The American Academy of Family Physicians reports that over 30% of falls in adults over 65 happen within the first 10 minutes of waking up. Always sit on the edge of your bed for at least 30 seconds before standing. The second mistake is forcing stiff muscles into deep stretches. Many people think that pushing through pain will break through the stiffness faster. This is dangerous thinking. Cold, tight muscles are vulnerable to tears and strains. The Mayo Clinic emphasizes that morning stretches should never cause sharp or sudden pain. The third mistake is holding your breath during movement. When we are uncomfortable or concentrating, we naturally tend to hold our breath. But oxygen is literally fuel for your muscles. Restricted breathing increases muscle tension and can cause dizziness, especially in the morning when your blood pressure is still adjusting. The fourth mistake is ignoring your body's pain signals. There is a difference between the mild discomfort of stiff muscles and the sharp warning of potential injury. Patricia, a 74-year-old from Oregon, learned this the hard way when she pushed through severe knee pain during her morning routine and ended up with a ligament strain that took weeks to heal. The fifth mistake is skipping movement altogether. Perhaps the most damaging mistake is deciding that stiffness is just part of aging and accepting complete inactivity. Research from the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity shows that seniors who remain sedentary in the morning experience 35% more joint stiffness throughout the entire day. Have you been making any of these mistakes without realizing it? If so, you are definitely not alone. Comment guilty below and let us change these habits together. Now let us walk through the 5 gentle science-backed morning stretches that have helped countless seniors like Robert reclaim their mornings. These require no special equipment, create no strain, and can be done by anyone regardless of current fitness level. The first stretch is Bedside Shoulder Liberation. During sleep, your shoulders naturally curl forward, creating tension that radiates through your neck, upper back, and even down into your arms. Loosening these muscles first creates a cascade of relief throughout your upper body. Sit comfortably on the edge of your bed with your feet flat on the floor. Slowly roll your shoulders forward 5 complete times, breathing in as you lift them up, breathing out as you roll them down and back. Then reverse the direction for 5 backward rolls. Focus on making the movement smooth and controlled. As you do this consciously, relax your jaw and soften your facial muscles. Tension in your face directly connects to shoulder tightness, and releasing both together amplifies the benefits. The second stretch is Seated Spinal Revival. Your spine naturally compresses overnight due to gravity and sleeping position. This gentle twist helps restore natural spacing between your vertebrae, while simultaneously improving digestion and reducing lower back tension. Remain seated on your bed's edge, sitting as tall as comfortable. Place your right hand gently on your left thigh and slowly turn your torso to the left, allowing your head and eyes to follow naturally. Hold this position for 15 to 20 seconds while breathing deeply. Return to center and repeat on the opposite side. According to the American Physical Therapy Association, gentle spinal rotation in the morning helps restore cerebrospinal fluid circulation, which can improve mental clarity throughout the day. The third stretch is Standing Calf Awakening. Tight calf muscles significantly impact your balance, walking stability, and overall leg circulation. Many seniors do not realize that calf stiffness is often the hidden culprit behind feeling unsteady on their feet. Stand facing a wall, placing your hands shoulder-width apart against it for gentle support. Step your right leg back about 2 feet, keeping your heel pressed firmly into the floor. You should feel a gentle stretch along the back of your lower leg. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds, then switch legs. This stretch acts like a natural pump for your lower leg circulation, helping to reduce any swelling and preparing your legs for the day's activities. The fourth stretch is Gentle Side Body Opening. The muscles along your sides, what therapists call your lateral chain, help support your rib cage and improve breathing capacity. Gentle side stretches can literally help you breathe easier all day long. Stand with your feet hip-width apart. Raise your right arm overhead and gently lean toward the left side, feeling a mild stretch along your right side. Never bounce or force the movement. Hold for 15 seconds, then slowly return to center and repeat on the other side. Deep side stretches help expand your rib cage mobility, allowing for fuller, more relaxed breathing patterns throughout your day. The fifth stretch is Ankle Circle Preparation. Your ankles are your foundation for every step you take. Stiff ankles contribute significantly to fall risk and can create compensation patterns that affect your knees, hips, and back. Sit back down in your chair or on the bed edge. Lift your right foot slightly off the ground and slowly draw circles with your toes. 10 circles in one direction, then 10 in the opposite direction. Switch to your left foot and repeat. Focus on making the circles as smooth and complete as possible. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that seniors who perform daily ankle mobility exercises reduce their fall risk by up to 28% compared to those who do not. A recent study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that older adults who consistently performed these types of gentle morning stretches reported a 27% reduction in overall joint discomfort and a 33% improvement in morning energy levels after just 3 weeks. Here is your action challenge. Tomorrow morning, set aside just 8 minutes to try this complete sequence. Time yourself, and then come back to this video and share in the comments how your body felt afterward. Your experience might inspire someone else to start their own morning transformation. Let me tell you about Eleanor, a 69-year-old grandmother from Michigan who used to wake up feeling like her body belonged to someone else. Someone much older and more fragile than the vibrant person she knew herself to be inside. For months, Eleanor had been using her walker just to make it safely from her bedroom to her kitchen each morning. Her knees felt locked, her back ached constantly, and she had started to believe that this was simply her new normal. But Eleanor decided to try something different. She committed to just 5 minutes of gentle stretching every morning, starting with the simple shoulder rolls while still sitting in bed. After 10 days of consistency, just 10 days, Eleanor called her daughter, crying tears of joy. "I walked to the kitchen without my walker this morning," she said. "For the first time in months, I felt like I had my body back, like I was not trapped by my age anymore." That freedom, that sense of being at home in your own skin again, you deserve that too. You deserve to wake up feeling grateful for your body instead of frustrated with it. You deserve to start each day with confidence instead of caution. The beautiful truth is that your body is incredibly resilient and responsive even now. Even if you have been dealing with morning stiffness for months or years, your muscles and joints are waiting for the gentle invitation to move, stretch, and feel better. Tonight, before you go to bed, try just one of these stretches. Even something as simple as sitting on your bed's edge and rolling your shoulders counts as a victory. Your journey to pain-free mornings starts with a single gentle movement. Are you ready to take that first step? Subscribe now, because your transformation story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Your pain-free life is waiting. Let us discover it together. Many people ask whether they can do these stretches later in the day instead of in the morning. Absolutely, these stretches are beneficial any time of day. However, morning stretching specifically helps reset your posture after hours of sleep and jumpstarts your circulation for the entire day. Think of it as the difference between tuning up your car before a long trip versus after you have already been driving for hours. Another common question is, how long should I hold each stretch? For most people over 60, holding each stretch for 15 to 30 seconds is ideal. The key is listening to your body. You should feel a gentle pull, never sharp pain. If a stretch feels too intense, reduce the time or the depth of the stretch. People with arthritis often wonder if these stretches are still safe. These stretches are specifically designed to be low impact and joint-friendly. However, arthritis affects everyone differently, and I always recommend discussing any new movement routine with your healthcare provider first. They can help you modify movements based on your specific condition and current medications. Some ask whether they can do some of these stretches while still in bed. Yes, many people find it helpful to start their routine with the shoulder rolls and ankle circles while still lying down or sitting up in bed. This can be especially helpful on days when getting up feels more challenging than usual. Finally, people want to know, how quickly will I notice improvements in my morning stiffness? Everyone's body responds differently, but many people report feeling some improvement after their very first session, often just from the improved circulation and gentle movement. More significant changes typically become noticeable within 10 to 14 days of consistent practice. The key word is consistent. Even 5 minutes daily is more beneficial than 30 minutes once a week. Let me share some important information about what to avoid and what to do instead when starting your morning routine. Robert, from our opening story, learned to avoid jumping out of bed quickly. This causes dizziness, instability, and increases fall risk. Instead, he now sits on his bed edge for 30 seconds, then does gentle shoulder rolls. This simple change improved his blood flow and balance dramatically. Martha, a 72-year-old teacher from Arizona, used to force her stiff muscles into deep stretches, thinking it would help faster. This approach risked muscle strains and actual injury. Now she focuses on gentle, controlled movements combined with steady breathing. Research shows this provides safer muscle warming and much better flexibility results. William discovered he was holding his breath during movement, which actually reduced oxygen to his muscles and increased tension. Once he learned to use deep, rhythmic breathing with each stretch, he experienced better muscle relaxation and a surprising sense of mental calm. Helen learned not to ignore sharp pain signals which could lead to serious injury. She now stops and modifies movements as needed, which prevents setbacks and allows for faster overall progress. Finally, Thomas stopped his habit of complete morning inactivity, which was causing all-day stiffness and reduced mobility. His simple 8 to 10-minute gentle stretch routine now helps him maintain flexibility and energy throughout his entire day. Here is a practical daily routine suggestion that has worked for thousands of seniors. Each morning, complete the 5-stretch sequence within 30 minutes of waking up, starting with shoulder rolls while still in bed. This gentle beginning helps your body transition from sleep to activity. Around lunchtime, take a gentle 5-minute walk after eating to maintain the mobility you have created in the morning and aid digestion. This simple habit keeps your joints moving and supports healthy circulation all day. Each evening, use a warm shower or heating pad on any areas that feel tense, preparing your muscles for restful sleep. This helps prevent overnight stiffening and makes the next morning more comfortable. Here is a helpful bonus tip. Keep a water bottle by your bedside and hydrate as soon as you wake up. Dehydration significantly worsens muscle stiffness and joint discomfort, so this simple step can make a real difference. Remember, the goal is not perfection. It is gentle, consistent progress. Every small movement is a victory worth celebrating. Save this routine and share it with someone you care about who might be struggling with morning stiffness. Sometimes the greatest gift we can give is hope that things can get better. Now, before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. Everything we have shared today is for educational purposes to help you make informed choices about your health and daily comfort. I always encourage you to work with your doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your daily activity routine, especially if you are currently managing chronic conditions, taking medications, or recovering from recent injuries. They know your personal health history best and can guide you on what is right for your specific situation and physical capabilities. Every person is unique, and what works wonderfully for Eleanor and Robert might need small adjustments for your body and your circumstances. Your healthcare team is your best partner in this journey toward more comfortable mornings and better overall mobility. The stretches we have discussed today are gentle and designed for safety, but your doctor can help ensure they align perfectly with your individual health needs. Take care of yourself, listen to your body, and I will see you in the next video where we will explore more ways to live your healthiest, most comfortable life after 60.